Hello, welcome to the first sketch video on my channel. I'm glad you could join me, and if you haven't checked out my introduction video, it kind of gives an overview of what I hope to accomplish with these videos. It's kind of a relaxing glimpse into the way I sketch. I love to draw, and I also love to share my ideas and my drawing with people and hear back from you as well. A lot of times in the studio I will use a pencil sketch before I do the inking. If it's a more precise, detailed drawing of, say, somebody's house or whatever, that's always good to get a drawing done first. But in these sketches, I'm going right in with the fountain pen, sketching as if I'm on site with limited time and surrounded by perhaps people and changing weather. So I've started with this scooter. Whenever you're doing a drawing of a scene where there are lots of different objects, it's always good to start with one shape, one particular part of the drawing, and once you've got that down, you can see the relationship, you can see the placement and the alignment of other objects, using that as a reference. Using perspective. Everything in the street is kind of going toward this vanishing point off to the right, part way up the right side. So you have to be aware of that. And the sunlight is coming down and casting shadows on the left side of things. Having the perspective and the lighting in the back of your mind as you're drawing really helps get everything straight. One thing I'm trying to do is hold the pen lighter. It gives kind of a more loose, sketchy style to your drawing. And over the long run, it is actually easier on your hand and wrist because there is not so much strain. I'm putting in the shading with the hatching, which is a series of parallel lines close together or sometimes further apart, depending on the lightness or darkness you're trying to achieve. And you notice the lines I'm making are not perfect in any way. I try to make them, I try to break up the lines and make them a little bit wavy once in a while to give that sketchy style. And when I come to drawing the leaves on the tree, I don't draw every leaf. I draw the shapes of the bunches of leaves. Kind of gives the impression of a tree full of leaves without getting bogged down with the detail. I make sure I do the hatching on the left side, on the underside of the tree, to give it form and 3D-ness. And coming in with more hatching underneath the heavily shaded areas. And if you look at the reference picture, it is quite dark in there with all the shadow. So once the ink sketch is done, then you can start with the watercolor. And although I did most of the foreman's shading with the ink, it's still important to not to just fill in the spaces with the watercolor, and keep in mind that to change up the color once in a while, do some lights and darks. Here I've added more blue to the further tree, so trying to recede it into the background. And this scene has some really nice bright colors, which are great in a drawing. It's always nice to have a variety of colors, whatever you're drawing, even if you have to make them up. Some greens, reds, blues. Makes for more interesting drawing. I guess what you're trying to accomplish in short is an overall balance in the end. Not too much of anything, but a nice balance. It's so easy to get to overpaint or overdraw. And I chose to use more of a vignette style for this drawing, as if I'm drawing into a journal. Put more of that pink down into the sidewalk, which is a kind of a mixture of pinks and blues and grays. Those trees are mostly in silhouette because of the lighting, so I gave them a little bit of a darker color. The kind of sketching I'm doing here is it's a very relaxing and freeing kind of sketching. Not too much detail, and you don't have to worry about anything being overly perfect. It's more of a style that you're on the street and you've got your journal or your sketchbook with you, and you want to capture the feel of the place, rather than every single detail. It's great if you're on vacation or something. You want to keep memories, and it's almost better than a photograph. As you're sitting there, you're taking in the small details that you miss a lot of the times. And if you're on site, of course, you've got the smells and the sounds. So whether you're around the house or on vacation or whatever, you can sit down and sketch little objects and kind of have memories down on paper. When you look back at them years from now, you can remember the feeling that you had when you were there. So I hope you enjoyed this look into my drawing, and I really hope you can come back for more. If you did like it, please subscribe and click that like button. The more people I can get to enjoy this channel, the more it becomes more of a community with people connecting and commenting and giving opinions and ideas. And that's what I'm kind of going for. Feel of community. As always, if you have any comments at all, ideas, stories about what you're painting or where you've been, I'd love to hear about them. So leave a comment, and hopefully you'll be back and we can do this again. I hope to upload a video every week. So as it's winter in Ontario, Canada right now, the sketches for a little bit will be in studio. And come spring, I hope to get out and do some sketching on site, which is always nice. But in the meantime, we can all practice and get our muscle memory going. And by the time we can get out and do sketches on site, we'll be all ready with our pens and our watercolors and make some memories. Anyway, thank you for watching.